you're fat. Have you ever thought that about yourself? Well, a lot of our kids and teens go through the same thing every single day as they scroll through social media. Every time they pick up their phone, every time they scroll, the voices of social media are telling them who they are or how they look isn't enough. Studies show that 50 to 88% of adolescent girls feel unhappy with their bodies. And it's no surprise when what they see online is, well, this. According to social comparison theory, we naturally judge ourselves against others, even when it's totally unrealistic. And when you're constantly bombarded with these perfect bodies online, it's not hard to feel like you're falling short. The results? Body dissatisfaction, self-esteem issues, and for some even eating disorders. And that's especially true for girls, who are hit the hardest by these media messages.
But it's not just girls. Boys are affected too, though they don't always talk about it because of the societal expectations around masculinity. These quotes are from a study by Hargreaves and Tigman in 2008, and even back then, boys were already dealing with body dissatisfaction. And if it was bad in 2008, could you imagine how much worse it is now? I mean, look at this. According to a recent study in body dissatisfaction in adolescent boys, around 80% of boys are unhappy with their muscle size. But it's not just about looking bigger, it's about fitting this ideal of what a real man should look like. Many boys feel like they just can't measure up, and that pressure is consistent. It doesn't stop at muscles. The research also shows that many boys are unsatisfied with their height, feeling like they're just not tall enough to measure up with these perfect standards. It's like the media keeps pushing these impossible ideas, and for some, it leads to serious emotional and physical struggles.
So why is this happening? Why does it feel like social media is constantly whispering in our ear, "You're not enough"? The answer lies in two words: media and algorithms.
First, let's talk about the media. Whether it's Instagram, TikTok, or even ads, the images that we're fed are highly curated. These perfect bodies, half the time they're not even real. Let's look at how long adolescents spend on these highly visual sites. Studies have shown that regular exposure to these unattainable ideals makes adolescents more and more dissatisfied with their own bodies. For instance, adolescents, especially girls who engage with more appearance-based media, are at a higher risk of developing unhealthy body image concerns. This can lead to overexercising, extreme dieting, or even eating disorders.
Then, the next question is, why are teens more at risk than adults? Well, it's all about the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making and self-control. For teens, this part of the brain is still under construction. It won't fully develop until their mid-20s. That means teens are more impulsive, they're more emotional, and they are less likely to question the content they see online. Here's where algorithms come in. Social media platforms use them to keep you scrolling, showing you what grabs your attention. For teens, that often means a feed full of fitness influencers, diet trends, and perfect bodies.
So basically, teens' brains aren't fully developed. The media shows them impossible body standards and algorithms to keep them stuck in a loop. The result? Insecurity and unhealthy habits. But here's the flip side. Social media can be for good. It can help teens connect with friends, discover communities, and create positive memories. It all depends on how it's used. Now, while social media can be empowering, handing a phone to a teen under 16, definitely something to think twice about. Parents need to consider how these platforms affect their kids. Body image issues are real, and they can be very damaging. But with the right support and guidance, social media can be a great place for empowerment and self-expression. Let's make sure, while navigating the digital world, we're doing it in a way that helps. Remember, you're more than just your feed.